It never stops hurting.
The wheel is broken, very broken.
Hey, you fucking idiot! Oh my god.
All right, we are back again for the craziest bike race in the world, the Megavalanche here in Alpe d'Huez. This is my second year doing it. Last year was my first year. Last year, unfortunately, we had bad weather on race day, so we weren't able to ride the Glacier. Hoping and not hoping we get to ride the Glacier this year. I feel like to get the full Mega experience, you got to start from the Glacier at least once. So this is the 30th year that this race is ran. It's also my 30th year on this earth. So it's pretty crazy to think that the year I was born was the first year they had this. Thinking about riding this course 30 years ago is absolutely insane on the bikes they had back then. Came up short of my goals last year. I think I ended up somewhere in the 50s, 53rd, 54th place. The bottom last year was super slick. Had a crash at the bottom, had some mechanicals, just things that are bound to happen at a race of this scale. But I'm hoping to clean things up this year. Feeling a little fitter coming into this year as well. Just like last year, we have a qualifying race on Friday, so that will seed you for the race on Sunday. Today is Wednesday, the first day of practice, and we're gonna make our way up to the top of the Glacier and see if we can't do a full run down the race course to start the week of Megavalanche off. All right, we are headed up to the Pic Blanc Glacier first thing this morning. I don't think they've groomed it this morning, so it's going to be a bit of a roady crapshoot, but try and get at least past the snow and practice some of the upper stuff, because there's quite a bit to practice outside of just the snow section. So hoping to get a bit of practice there with my buddy. Yeah. Got Mackie here this morning. We're going to cruise up together and see if we can break down some lines. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can see all the ruts already. Everybody's standing at the top of the hill. Excellent.
Definitely less snow than last year. Oh, that looks like a better way to go down. Paraglider? There it goes.
Awesome.
Can we catch one of those to pass the snow?
I mean,
I might just choose a rut and kind of commit. We got the foot rut. We got the tire rut. All right, so we started way up there. This is kind of the middle section. This was all snow last year, so there's definitely substantially less snow this year. We're ready? Neutral start. And we're racing. Yep. Yeah, I think I like to move.
I think that answers that, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the move for sure. Nice.
So hard to pass somebody here.
Yeah, it would be hard. All right, we are at the top of the qualifying course. We just did a finals lap, top to bottom, and took a couple gondolas to get here. So we're gonna go check out this course. This is where we'll be racing from on Friday to slot us for the race day on Sunday. So I will be the 10th wave of racing on Friday, and I should have a pretty good gate pick. I think I'm 10.04, so that should give me 4th gate pick for my wave. So yeah, let's go check out this qualifying course, see how it compares to last year. I don't know if you're gonna want to be over here. Oh, oh!
Like, oh, don't fall over right here. That's the one place you can fall over.
I was like, I think he just crashed into the rocks. Ow.
Yeah.
Got audio.
All right, it is Friday morning, qualifying day. There's 10 heats of qualifying. I think I'm in heat 8. My start time's just over 2 hours away. And goal is to try and get, I think the top 30 goes to the Mega Avalanche, the main race on Sunday. If you're outside of the top 30, you go to the Mega Challenger. And I think if you're even outside of the Mega Challenger, you go to the amateur race. So last year we got 4th. I'd like to do a little better than that. The better you do, the better your start position is for the race on Sunday. So we're gonna try and hammer today, get a good start for Sunday's race, and try and get down one piece. All right, we are doing the little transfer from gondola 1 to gondola 2. Got plenty of time, still got like an hour and 45 minutes till my race start, so not stressing time. Beautiful day here for qualifying. Haven't really checked out exactly where it's going to start. I think it starts in a slightly different spot than last year, so it'd be good to get up a little early and kind of scope out a good starting position. So do that, and hopefully we'll shot this qualifier.
1019.
It all looks quite shit. I'll go right here. Nice uphill start. Well, there it goes. Well, wheel is broken, very broken. Okay, we gotta just get down.
So sorry. When did it break? Where are you?
I'm like halfway down, not even.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, so frustrating.
I'm just walking. My wheel's like annihilated. My tire's off.
Oh my god.
Can't keep going, even if I put a tube in. The wheel's toast, so we'll see what that means. I don't know if they still award positions for the final, maybe just like at the back, because it would kind of suck to race a bunch of guys that are just way slower, and at that point I'm just kind of racing my own race. So yeah, there's a lot of rocks out here, and I guess I hit the right one that broke my wheel. So get down to the bottom now and figure out what the next steps are, but definitely bummed. Was running third, right behind second. I think I was riding faster on the downhill than second, so felt pretty good about being able to pass him at some point, but yeah, frustrating. When I got to the bottom, kind of collected myself and realized that I was still going to be in the main race, and I was just going to be starting at the back. So when you start at the back, there's really nowhere to go but up. Part of me too was also really stressed to be starting up at the front, having never raced on the Glacier before. And starting at the back for me just allows me to kind of have no pressure and kind of just take it all in and just see where that puts me. So that's what I'm going to do on Sunday. Try and get past as many people as possible and see where we cross the finish line at.
It's the morning up. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling okay. It's always an early morning. I woke up at 4:45. We got to be at the gondola at 6 or so. Even though the race starts at 9, just a lot of people to get up there, and some small gondolas to get people up in. So, gotta get the battle armor on for the battles on track. Hopefully, there'll be a lot of people seeing this number pass on today. All right, here we are, going over to the lift. It's 6 a.m., nice and early, watching the sunrise. Going all the way up to top of that mountain, just to ride straight down it. Feeling pretty good this morning. Didn't ride much yesterday, just spun the legs a little. Friday didn't have a qualifying run, so feeling fresh this morning. Not too nervous. Not as nervous as I was last year. Less unknowns. And starting at the back, I think it'll just be more fun than anything. So let's get up that lift and go to the top of the world. Pic Blanc Glacier. Morning. Good as they're gonna be, I guess.
It's fucking shit, isn't it? Every year you're like, why the fuck are we doing this again?
Yeah. All right, here's all the people I gotta try and pass at some point. We're going all the way back. I think I was the second to last person to be called up for the main race. So I was started about as far back as you can. There was a few guys behind me, maybe 20 guys, and I think I started with 330 people or so. 1 minute to go. So yeah, the race started. The guys at the front took off in that fresh snow that had just been groomed overnight. I was way off at the back, just trying to survive, trying not to get run into, trying to avoid running into others. I think I managed to maybe pass 30 to 40 people just in the first 30 seconds of the race. And then once I got onto the snow, I was really just trying to get away from people as much as possible. I don't know. I don't know about going right. Oh yeah. Snow is nice and soft. Oh yeah. I went down the first snow section pretty slow. Definitely wasn't passing a ton of people there. There were people crashing all over the place though, so it's kind of hard to tell like where you were passing people, where you weren't. And then we did a slight little traverse over to the next steep snow section. All right, finally hit some firmer snow. And there, I actually decided to just take a cat track that goes completely around the steep section. Honestly, I think we're going this way. Could be the move. Could not be the move. Not really sure. I just saw bodies littered all over that section of the glacier. So I decided I was just gonna take the cat track around. I think I might have sacrificed a bit of time, but honestly, it's hard to know because I went a longer way around, but I did carry more speed when I was on my bike.
Don't think I should have gone this way, but here we are. Committed.
Unfortunately, I kind of had to get off my bike at one point and start just kind of running through the snow to get back to the main glacier section. Then from there, I kind of got going, made a few passes, passed a few bodies. There was a couple spots where there was some gravel and rocks in between snow sections, and I think some guys definitely came into that a bit too fast and went over the bars. There was one guy that looked like he was holding his wrist, another guy who looked like he had a broken collarbone or something else, so there was carnage out there for sure. The glacier then kind of starts to flatten out a bit, and there I was actually mostly able to stay on the bike. In practice, that section of the glacier was super slow moving, so for the main race we were actually able to pedal a bit, which was nice. Mackie and I had looked at a couple different lines through there, actually just running up some rocks to get on a fire road to avoid that snow, but because the snow was quite a bit firmer this morning than it was for practice, it ended up working out just staying on the snow. After the glacier, there was zero snow left. In years past, there's snow after the glacier section, but once we got off the snow the final time, it was just dirt and rocks and everything else this mountain throws at you from there. I have no idea what position I was in at that point, but there was a split kind of at one point. Everybody was riding this line over kind of to the right, and I went down the left, which was a line I had practiced as well. And I think I might have passed a few others there.
When I was broke, my confidence was on a million. My shit was on a million.
And then I came back together maybe 30 seconds later with the main pack, and at that point I was just riding so much slower than I had in practice. It's hard with this race because when you start that far back, unless you're able to just pass 300 people right off the start and be in the top 20, top 30, you're just stuck behind so much slow traffic.
Down to pay homage out of respect, but I still spray hollows out of a tech, rolling face full of diamonds for when it's time to reflect. Hopping down that same road, so I feel for those. It's hard to run in the streets.
Follow the lead up for a little bit.
I'm always on the money trail. I got a feel for gold. Only rapper to build with E and do a deal with Hope.
No reasonable place to be fast. Not just gonna absolutely kill somebody.
So yeah, I was stuck behind a bunch of slow traffic for a while. We kind of came around the mountain onto more of the grass section. I was able to pass maybe a few others right there.
When they get their first break, they channel me. 5 deep at the game, drinker in the seat. This morning, I woke up what I always claimed to be, that nigga. Real shit, when I was broke, ask all my niggas. I was focused on this rap shit. All the way like. Then I had just fucked up my money in the streets. I had just fucked up.
And then at one point, we got stuck behind this guy way up ahead who I think had a flat tire and just wasn't moving out of the way. I got creative with a couple passes, might have pissed a few people off.
Look, word to the stars and the rave ceiling. Remember waking up being broke, I hated the feeling. My sacrifice and dedication just
and kind of just kept trying to pick people off as much as possible from there.
They got murals on my face on the buildings, and that's way in New Zealand. Damn, look at all the paper I railed in.
At one point, I was kind of following this guy who seemed like he had a bit of pace, especially pedaling, and he went to pass some guy, and some guy just fully stuck his elbow out and almost took him out, and in the process actually just about took himself out. And then from there, we just kind of rode this long, flat section that feels like it goes on forever before kind of the main climb where you run into a bunch of spectators that are cheering you on. It felt like I was hardly even moving up that climb, to be honest. You have such a long pedal before then that I feel like I just exerted so much energy before I even got to that climb. I still think I was able to fortunately pick a few people off in there, and then as that fire road kind of flattens off the top, I was able to get a few other people.
Cherish that feeling.
And then it drops into sort of I would say the second part of the race. So right after that big fire road climb, you do a bit of single track. I was just sitting down because I was just trying to recover from the intense effort that I had up that fire road climb. And from there, I got kind of stalled up behind a few people. They were going in an okay pace. They definitely weren't going super slow, but they were going slow enough where it felt like we were just getting sucked into all the holes. That's one hard thing when the track gets so rough and there's so many chatter bumps and brake bumps that if you go under a certain speed, you just end up going into every single hole. And that's kind of what I felt like I was doing. Fortunately, after that section, which goes on for quite a while, honestly, it's probably a solid 5 to 6 minutes where it's nearly impossible to pass people. But we eventually got out to a double track, and from there, I was able to pick off maybe another 7 to 10 people. I made one final pass on a guy right as we started to go back into single track. And I'm lucky that I did, because I looked back maybe a minute after going into the next single track and pretty much didn't see anybody. For the first point in the race, I was actually able to ride a bit by myself and not just in somebody's dust. That didn't last too long though. I came to another fire road section after that, which is kind of a long, fairly flat traverse.
The chain last year.
I think I caught maybe another 2 to 3 people. And then it actually goes on to some asphalt for a little bit. There's fortunately a bit of downhill asphalt, so you're able to rest for a minute and then bomb into this big uphill, and I was able to carry some pretty good pace up that uphill. Almost got another guy past, but ended up getting stuck behind him for a little while. We rode together for maybe another 2 to 3 minutes, and then I was eventually able to find a little punchy uphill section to get around him. Shortly after that, there was a little bit more riding through some single track, and then from there we came into the final climb of the race, up a road. I was able to pick off 2 more guys right there. One guy I got literally right at the last second before I dropped into the single track. And from there, the race is just about done. You come out, you cross the bridge, and you just have this sense of relief that you've made it to the bottom, and you know that after that, it's pretty much just a short 15, 20-second pedal. You go down the final steps, and then you get to the finish line.
There's Luca. There's Luca.
I knew that I gave it absolutely everything I had.
Oh my god. It never stops hurting.
Okay.
I pretty much collapsed at the finish line and was just absolutely destroyed.
How you doing there, buddy? Oh my god. Oh, that is the hardest thing. So, just to like minimal brakes with just high intensity sprints that just like, yeah. Oh my god.
There we go. We're done. Survived another one. Didn't hit the ground.
Let's go sit in the shade.
I wonder what I ended up.
What place is that?
120th. I mean, there's 319 people on the star list. I maybe started in front of 20 people. So, I think I passed out about 150 people. Hugo won with 39. So, 12 minutes slower than Hugo. Definitely not a super amazing result. Yeah, the fact that I was able to pick off well over 100 people throughout the whole race is, I guess, an accomplishment. And I definitely had a fun time just battling with some people and trying to get creative with some passes. It seems like now we're second year into this. We finally started from the Glacier, but unfortunately from the back of the pack. So I think I'll have to come back and try this race, hopefully start at the front of the race and really see what it's like to run with some of the front guys. I don't know if I'll ever go the speed that some of those top guys go down the snow. That absolutely terrifies me. But I think it's an awesome form of racing. It's super unique. There's really nothing like it in the world. I want to give a big shout out to SR Suntour. Not only are they the title sponsor of this race, but they also made this trip happen. They have some of the fastest riders here. Hugo Pigeon this year won not only the e-bike race yesterday, but also the main race today, which is absolutely psychotic that he did 2 of these races in the last 2 days and won both of them. That dude is seriously impressive. This is his 3rd year now that he's won it in a row, which is even more impressive. We're packing the bags up now, headed back home to do some downhill racing. And I'm excited to get back on the downhill bike. It's been a while since I've been on that thing. And we're gonna head out to Utah and then Big Bear and then finish it off with US Open in September. This is definitely a race that I recommend everybody tries at least once in their life if they're interested in bike racing. It's very unique, very fun, and absolutely tests you in every single way. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in some future videos.